So the new cover rules are really interesting. Obviously, this is not the full-on cover rules and everything that has to do with terrain, but it is pretty different. So cover is no longer going to be -1 to your save. It's going to be -1 to the hit to the ballistic skill, which means it's going to stack with -1 to the hit roll. So people could be -1 or -2 to hit essentially. And it's going to have all sorts of different terrain effects. They've got the new hidden roll, which it looks like it's only going to affect infantry, beast, and swarm models. So your vehicles aren't going to be able to just hide the way that I think we were mostly anticipating that everything would be able to. It says mostly terrain is obscuring, so it's still going to be, you're still going to be able to hide large models behind it, just like we've been able to. So also, this is going to benefit, the cover is going to benefit you even if your models have stealth, so -2 to hit if they're stealth and shooting. I really think this is going to be more of a melee edition if this sort of thing keeps up, because you're outside of 15, so you're not visible. But things that don't require visibility, you're still going to be able to shoot them, so that's interesting. Things like indirect weapons, for example, at least until this rule gets really fleshed out. What else is going on here? They revealed there is both sides of a mission. So if you're playing a disruption, you got the death trap mission, then it's like disruption versus take and hold, I think is what this was. So you got new missions there over on Warhammer Community. Zoom back out here. The new terrain layouts look pretty sick. I like that the terrain being the objectives is going to allow for huge pieces to be in the middle. This looks like a really fun layout to play on. And if we look at this other one for hammer and anvil, I mean, also really interesting, fun layout. It does say in here that these walls are obscuring, and you can throw down bushes or trees or whatever. They've got a whole faction pack that they're going to sell. I expect that 3D printers are going to be going burr. Yeah, so this looks pretty fun. Also, plunging fire. We have a reason to be up on top of things now. You're going to be +1 to your ballistic skill, which is going to give us get rid of the cover rule for people. But the interesting thing about this is that stuff that starts maybe on top of terrain should stay there. Getting up on top of terrain can be kind of ridiculous in this game, with 6 inches of movement and 6 inches up or whatever. So towering models are going to get plunging fire, so +1 to their ballistic skill if you're within 12 inches of them, which it says with ground level troops, so I'm imagining that it's only going to be attacking smaller models. I don't imagine that knight on knight's going to get plunging fire. I think that's these are the dimensions for any tournament organizers or anybody who's want to create their own terrain and don't want to buy GWs in mass amounts to roll out their own. And let's see. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with this. It's pretty interesting. What do you think of the new terrain rules? Any insights that I'm missing? I'd love to hear. Are you excited for 11th? Not excited for 11th? Let me know in the comments. Also, check out my school group. I've got I've got army rules and stuff like that coming out. I've got how to play on tabletop simulator, which is obviously going to change as this rolls out. So I'll be updating that course. I've got how to play 10th edition, and that's like ongoing projects. So that's going to be changing into how to play 11th edition here soon. Anyway, let me know how you like this. Check out my school group. follow me here, and I'll talk to you later.